We also, as an agency, are as a promoter of power to gas. We have even a car running with that. And we're also looking into power to liquid. The reason is that if you look at all these sectors from a systemic view, you realize that if you have too much electricity, you can, in future energy system, you can transform it into chemicals, or you can put it into fuels, or you can go and work on waste, etc., etc. So the systemic approach, looking at a country as a total, shows that it is possible. If you only look at every sector, you get in problems. You know, how to solve the problem of transport sector or electricity. But if you look at all these sectors connected, then you see that in principle it is possible. First, what we have or had in the last 20 years is the market introduction phase for renewables. From zero, more or less zero, to that what we have at the moment of 26. This is what I call EEG 1.0. It was the trial of making a feed-in tariff following the learning curve for technologies. It went sometimes good, it went sometimes bad, and sometimes the feed-in tariff don't went that fast down. You see the blue and the red line and the different years. And what you see is that sometimes the price of photovoltaics decreased faster than our feed-in tariff. And in this time, clearly the market reacted and installed a lot of photovoltaic because they couldn't gain money with it, a lot of money suddenly. And that was that what we say, what yesterday was told, we have paid too much for renewables. It is a historical situation. It is, the reason is that we haven't expected that this happens that fast. It comes clearly also from a strategic decision from the Chinese government to see photovoltaic as a future market, and they started very fast to bring cheap photovoltaic on the world market, and these were hard days, hard years for the European producers in photovoltaic. They're still in problems, and the policy didn't react. At that time, a lot of people even said we have to go faster down with photovoltaic. As huge people said we have to use World Trade Organization rules to prevent that dumping price from wind, from photovoltaic, cheap photovoltaic from Chinese producers came. And I remember in 2008 or 2009 I had to make a television, and I said as long as the Chinese craftsmen are not running on our roofs, it's okay. Because people started to think that feed-in tariff is only money goes to China. But this is the problem we have today. We have this history on our backpack. But on the other side, this is also the success of the feed-in tariff, because no one had expected that we are today at a price of 20% of that what we started in 2006. So we lowered the price in 8 years by a factor 5, the German feed-in tariff with some others. And often if I'm in other countries, which are not industrialized countries, developing countries, the first thing they say, thank you for the Germans, because now we can use the photovoltaic to build up our electricity system and all these things. Okay, but so if you talk about the discussion last days, also at Tuesday in Düsseldorf, where the people say, well, we have put too much money into the renewables, this is the history. At the moment, the renewables are cheap, really cheap. So that's, but the difference is if it is cheap for the German household, which pays the history, or if it is cheap if you buy a new appliance of photovoltaic. That's important to see the difference, okay?
So you have legacy costs.
Yeah, because feed-in tariff was for 20 years. So the guys who installed in 2009, they get money until 2029.
And that money is sunk, it's a sunk cost.
Yeah.
But the increment to support additional renewables is much smaller.
Yes, I have also some data about that.
What is the y-axis? The percent? That's the percent of the.
This is a very
What is the percent of what?
photovoltaic parks.
This is the 100% is 2006.
No, so we're down to about 10% of the system price.
And if you compare with the first time I had to calculate the price for photovoltaic for the North Rhine-Westphalian, it was 3 euros. And it was really a good installation. 3 euros, that was in the year 1990. So it's, we're talking about really low prices.
There's one thing I'd like to say, because all the money that we spent on renewables is still far from the sums that we have spent on subsidies for coal, for nuclear power plants and so on.